Welcome to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show, where you get advice you can trust from the Capital Region's leading experts in real estate and all related fields. From the latest real estate trends to the best mortgage rates, from curb appeal to home warranty, this is the talk show that will help you save and make the most when it comes to buying or selling your most valuable asset. Now, here's your host, broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, The Property Shop, John Bevilacqua.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey,
What's up?
You guys look ready.
We're ready, man.
Yeah.
We came armed and dangerous with some real estate market statistics. We're going to get into the economy a little bit. Yeah, we're here. We're here for you, Johnny G. We're here for the people of the Capital Region that are interested in learning about real estate. We have Joe Mulone.
Yep. Good morning, John.
Good morning, buddy. This is where we shine. This is one of our internal Property Shop Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio talk shows, or talk episodes, I should say. So we don't have a special guest.
Yeah.
Well, Joe's a special guest. Come on.
That's right, yeah.
Joe's always special.
I've been on a lot, John.
He's special in his own ways. He's got his new irons. He was ripping the golf course up yesterday, apparently. They were using his ball pretty often, which doesn't happen very much, right, Joe?
No. Luckily, I'm better at real estate than I am golf.
That's right. That's right, man. Join the club, man. I only have. Speaking of clubs, I only use one. I use a 5-wood and a putter. That's it. So I hear you on that one. But yeah, no, seriously, we got a good show, Johnny. Joe and I, we have these conversations in the office, and I think we do like 5 shows a week just in the office talking about.
I'll bet. Yeah.
The market. And like you said, John, like just, come in and talk about what you guys do every day. And really that's really kind of what the show's about. And that's what this episode's about, but more importantly, the show's about, because the show is about bringing people that are listening the most up-to-date information, tips, tricks, hacks, market statistics, so they can really make an informed decision when buying or selling the place that they call home. I've been doing it for 20 years. Joe's been doing it pretty close to that too. We're not really here to brag. We're just telling you, like, hey, we know what we're doing. When you come ready to buy or sell a house, just think of us. Give us a call, 957-SOLD. That's 957-7653. Also want to let everybody know it's a call-in show. So if you want to get on the air today and talk turkey with us, that number is 476-5900. Give us a buzz. We're going to talk market, real estate market right now. We're going to hear from our sponsors quick. Come back, and Joe and I are going to get into it.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
It's John Tesh. If you're thinking of selling your home, let me take the stress out of deciding which agent to hire. In the Capital Region, the agent I recommend is John Bevilacqua, founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty at The Property Shop. So for 2 decades, John has helped more than 2,500 families buy and sell the place they call home. That's a solid track record, one that's backed up by dozens of 5-star reviews. Hello. In fact, John is so confident in his marketing system to attract the right buyer for your home that he guarantees to sell it at a price and deadline you agreed to, or he's going to buy it himself for cash. And he provides that guarantee in writing. The agent I trust is John Bevilacqua, and he's the agent you should trust too. His name is his promise. Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. So write this number down. It's 518-957-SOLD. That's easy. 518-957-7653. Or go to JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com. I love that one. JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com, and you'll get your home sold guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Matt Moore from Moore Insurance Services in Clifton Park. Let me take the stress out of quoting your home and auto insurance. We represent over 10 companies, which allows us to find the best coverage at the best prices. We've been helping families in the Capital District save money on their insurance for over 10 years. You can count on a quick turnaround as well as great communication every time. Give me a call at 518-280-1452 or go online to moreinsurancesvc.com and experience the difference. That's moreinsurancesvc.com.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at salernolawny.com.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
All right, guys, we are back. We are about to tackle some great real estate topics here. We got Joe Mulone in the office, right from the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and the Property Shop team.
Good morning, John. Good morning, John. Gabriel.
Hey,
Joe Mulone. And listen, you haven't been on the show since June.
No,
Yeah,
no.
I swear, man. I went.
Really?
I swear
Really?
to God, I went back in the show notes, and I'm like, wow, this guy he hasn't been on since June.
Yeah, we were talking about
Like, where you been, man? What's going on?
I've been, it was a great summer for me, real estate wise. Made lots of deals and transactions this summer.
Glad to hear.
Went on a great vacation to Alaska,
That's right.
which was fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a great.
That was the last
summer.
time you were on, right
Yeah.
before you left for Alaska.
It was a great summer. It was a great summer.
Yeah.
And, we've had great weather in the fall here now. This month of September, we had a half an inch of rain, lots of sunny skies.
Yeah.
And here we are in October, same stuff.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that helps realtors more than good weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the weather's bad, no one wants to go look at houses unless you absolutely have to.
Yep.
And, today, it's going to be another beautiful day.
Yes.
So, that's why.
We had a good run, a good stretch of weather here. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been
And you know
so
what?
enjoyable.
If you're selling a property, nothing makes your house look better than some sunshine on
That's
it,
right,
and
that's right.
nice green
Oh,
grass,
yeah.
and
green grass and some leaves that have turned.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is. It's the fall market's here, guys. So listen, we're here for you guys. Listen, we want to get into what the market looks like right now. And again, this don't take this the wrong way. This isn't a doom and gloom type of episode here. It's the opposite of that. We want to kind of paint the picture of where the market's at right now. And listen, it's been rough waters since the end of the pandemic for the real estate market, and really the big elephant in the room, and we got to talk about it, is the interest rates, right?
Absolutely.
Everybody was anticipating these rate drops over the past 6 to 8 months. It's been now, and I called it. I knew, they said, oh, they're going to do it in September. I'm like, maybe they will, maybe they won't, and if they do, it ain't going to be enough to make a difference.
Right.
And unfortunately, I was right. I don't want to be right about these things, but the Fed cut the rate 0.5 point. Not a lot.
Right.
Joe?
And, we often assume that if the rates go down, all our problems are going to be solved, and it's the furthest thing from the truth.
Yeah.
What's going to solve a realtor's problem and buyer's problems with prices is that more homes have to come on the market.
Yeah.
We sometimes we try to make things too complicated in that we're trying to time the market. When should I buy a house? When the rates are low. You should buy a house when you need to buy a house.
That's it. Life will tell you when it's time to buy a house. You got to listen to life. You can't listen to wait for the Fed to get their heads out of the sand.
And if you think
just being nice about
if you think home prices, say I'm going to wait till the interest rate goes down. Well, guess what? Your rent isn't going down. To rent a property, rent an apartment, it's expensive. So you have to
average $1,500 a month in the capital region rent an apartment. $1,550 to be exact.
Pretty high.
It's insane.
Pretty darn high.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So John and I were running some quick numbers in the office this week. And if you're buying a $300,000 home at 6%, you're looking at $1,800 a month. Okay,
before taxes.
Before
That's just
tax,
principal and interest.
Yeah,
and we
before
live in
paying
the capital region, so factor another $800 to $1,000.
Well, even so, what we're saying is that if you're renting an apartment for $1,500 a month, you're going to pay. And you want to buy a house.
That's a mortgage payment.
Yeah, that's a mortgage payment.
It really is. Yeah.
What are you trying to time? If it's time for you think, hey, I want a place of my own. I need more elbow room. I want a yard. Whatever it is that you want. We got to get you out there and show you what's available at what price in an area you want to be in. And then you let the mortgage guys run the numbers for you and see if it's feasible for you.
And you are right, Joe. It's easier when there's more inventory.
Oh, sure,
100%. Because you got choices. I mean, I'm not trying to get nostalgic on this, but I remember the days of lining up 15 houses for a buyer that you just started working with.
Oh, yeah.
We're scraping to try to get 3 to show them right now.
Yeah, and it's interesting because with the timing of this whole thing, I mean, when the inventory went down, it was actually COVID.
Yes.
That was the turning point.
Yes.
And it's still trying to recover.
Yeah,
from that mess.
I think it was a culmination of COVID as well as uncertainty in the economy, because even then the rates were still hovering.
And that could be it,
in the 4s.
Sure.
So, but I think people just got comfortable in their homes and started making improvements.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're like, hey, you know what? I got a great.
Everybody was forced to stay home.
Everybody's forced to stay home,
and you're right about that.
Yeah.
So, it's different.
It's different. Construction costs have skyrocketed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, OSB strand board is like ridiculous.
That's the good
ridiculous. So that has really impacted a lot of reasons why the market's
and
just kind of stymied at this point. What else, Joe? What other stats did you pull? I know you always pull this stuff.
Yeah, the numbers, as we say, the numbers don't lie, and employment has actually gone up.
Okay.
For a while there, numbers were going up and down, but now we're seeing an uptick in employment, which is a good thing. Yeah. We want people to have jobs. If you have, if the economy's chugging along nicely, that's going to keep interest rates at a stable rate. They're not going to go up a lot. They're not going to go down a lot.
Right.
And our economy is chugging along. I know we've got an election coming up in November. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's kind of a big thing right now.
Unfortunately,
there is.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people who are really nervous about what's going to happen, no matter which side of the demographics you're on, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, doesn't matter. Whatever happens, there's going to be some changes. And here we are. A lot of people are just waiting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah. All
the experts are actually. They're saying, well, if one wins, this is going to happen. If other wins, that's going to happen. They honestly don't really know.
They don't.
They honestly don't know. They're trying to make educated guesses on what happens when one party or the other wins.
Oh, sure.
But what I can tell you as a business person, people are waiting to find out. And when after the election, we are going to see a lot of money moving.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of jobs that have been just put on hold, whether it's construction or retail. People saying, I'm going to wait till after the election until we open our business, or not make a decision not to make a new franchise in this area or that area, because they're not sure. Okay. Uncertainty is one of the worst things for any market.
Yeah.
And right now,
it breeds a stale market, right? Because people are sitting around and waiting. That's the worst thing I think you can do in going to buy a house is waiting on something to happen. You've got to make, especially now, because this is an opportune time. There's not as many people in the market right now. After the election, people are going to start to jump in. And the rates will, I predict the rates will drop after the election, actually after the first of the year. Mm-hmm. And when that happens, you're going to get more buyer activity, but I don't think it's necessarily going to create this huge surge in inventory.
No.
So it's going to be even more competitive as a buyer.
Yeah.
So why not jump in now when there's not as many people on the boat?
John will agree with me on this one, that people...
Which John? Me or Johnny G?
Johnny B, not Johnny G. is that...
I nod my head to everything.
Let's be clear here, Joe.
After the summertime, people's attitude toward real estate starts to wane.
Right.
And as we get closer to the holidays, it wanes even more. But if you are looking for a home...
Yeah.
You need to stay in the game, and you need to be aggressive.
And it's a great point, because the one thing that has changed, the biggest indicator we haven't talked about, is days on market.
Yes.
Right? So days on market right now are at the highest they've been since before the pandemic, which is huge. I mean, you're talking like over 30 to sometimes 40 days, and we got 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. All right. Thanks, John, for killing my buzz. But my point about days on market is... This is like the fall market. If you've got houses that have been sitting since the end of the summer, now's the time to jump all over those deals.
Yes.
Those are deals you can negotiate and go in with some bargaining power and get a fantastic deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. You got to stay aggressive.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're coming up on the break here. We just got started. I mean, the first layer of the onion is, still on the peel, so to speak. But we're going to take a quick break. Joe and I are going to keep continuing giving you guys strategies and tips on how to be successful in this real estate market right after the break on the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Radio Real Estate Talk Show.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
Hi, I'm Matt Moore from Moore Insurance Services in Clifton Park. Let me take the stress out of quoting your home and auto insurance. We represent over 10 companies, which allows us to find the best coverage at the best prices. We've been helping families in the Capital District save money on their insurance for over 10 years. You can count on a quick turnaround as well as great communication every time. Give me a call at 518-280-1452 or go online to moreinsurancesvc.com and experience the difference. That's moreinsurancesvc.com.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
Okay, guys, thank you for sticking with us. We appreciate it. Appreciate you guys staying tuned here and listen to me and Joe talk about the real estate market and what goes on and how you can be successful and the tips and tricks and everything that you need to know. All the secret sauces right here on this show, right, Joe?
Absolutely.
We don't pull punches, man. We tell everybody everything they need to know. Also, here's a secret, here's a tip. I want to talk to you a little bit about our VIP homeowner program because this is where the rubber meets the road, especially for our office and the program that we have. Very exclusive. These are deals that just don't hit the market. These are deals that basically come on our desk first, that go to our preferred clientele. These are anything from resale homes, fix and flips, corporate-owned foreclosures, bank-owned properties. Sweet deals. These are deals that you can pick up at a discount that you can get a slamming deal on. Some of them are turnkey, some of them are fix-up. It just depends on where you're at and what your buying strategy and criteria is. But you can only get that program through us. And, we encourage you to give the office a call, 957-SOLD, 957-7653. That rings to Brittany, our lovely appointment setter. She can set up an appointment with the office. We can get you on the VIP home hunter service. And, hey, guess what? Things have changed as a buyer legally in the real estate world, Joe. Am I wrong on this?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
The NAR, National Association of Realtors lawsuit, and lots of new paperwork for realtors.
There's a lot of new paperwork for realtors, and there's a lot of regulation that buyers have to jump through right now to buy a home. Unfortunately, they've made it more difficult for everybody. And I was actually reading up on that yesterday, and you cannot go out with a realtor as a buyer without a signed agreement now.
Absolutely.
It's illegal to do that, and it really is kind of, I think it's a good thing at the end of the day.
As long as you're a member of an MLS.
Right, as long as you're a member of an MLS.
And a member of the National Association of Realtors.
That's right. So it trickles down from National Association of Realtors to the local boards. So if you're working with an agent that's part of Global MLS and the GCAR, which is the Greater Capital Association of Realtors, you got to sign an agreement with us, and and we're not saying that as we're trying to lock you into something. We're just
but now it's
the law now. It's the law now. So
right.
So keep that in mind, and it's not a bad thing. Like, you need to be tied to a realtor. You want to use somebody that's going to keep your butt out of hot water, and it's really designed for that. And also it's also a good thing that you understand how the commission structure works, and I think that's why they enacted a lot of this policy and regulation, is so people know that what the rules of engagement are, and that it's not free to work with the buyer agent. Our services aren't free. We got to get paid just like everybody else.
And all commissions are negotiable.
And all commissions are negotiable.
That was the biggest thing. That one of the things that came out of this lawsuit with the National Association of Realtors is that to make the public informed. It was that the public wasn't informed well enough, and that's why this lawsuit happened.
Yeah.
And so now we're informed.
They're informed. And look, there's still going to be times where the seller is going to pay a cooperating brokerage fee to a buyer agent. It's not going to cost the buyer anything. There's going to be other times in some for sale by owners or, off market properties where, hey, there's we're going to build a commission that's fair into the deal. You can pay us directly out of pocket. We can roll it into the mortgage, but at the end of the day, we're going to get paid. You're going to get the house that you want, and we want you to feel like you're getting the service that you deserve, and we're earning our fee
at a fair price.
At a fair price, yeah. So we kind of digressed a little off topic there, but I think it's important to talk about because a lot of people are confused on what's going on, and it's not easy to explain.
Well, it's not. But if you called your attorney and you said, "I've got this problem," how much is it going to cost to sit down with you and try to figure this out? Guess what? They're going to tell you.
Yeah.
And that's all this is.
That's all it is.
And if you want to buy a house and you need to know, hey, how much is this going to cost me if I work with you, whoever the realtor is? They're going to tell you and how that works.
Yep.
So there's nothing wrong with what has happened in the real estate world except to make people better informed.
That's it. Yep. And listen, it really was, at least for us as industry professionals, unsettling a bit. I hate to use. I don't really get scared of a lot of things, but it was a little just unnerving to not understand how all this was going to play out. Now it's been a little over a month since they've enacted this policy, and we've started practicing it. And it really hasn't changed much, to be honest with you, because our VIP homeowner system has been designed where we do sit down again. The typical realtor mentality is I get a phone call, somebody wants to see a house, I jump in the car, open up the lockbox, and show them the house, right?
Right.
Which that doesn't help anybody because now you're just meeting a client blindly. You have no idea what they want. You're not servicing the way they should
or
be.
what they can afford.
Or what they can even afford, and if they're even qualified. So
right.
it's a lose-lose for both situations. Our process has been you book the appointment, you come to the office, we sit down and do a 45-minute free consult. There's no cost to that. It is a free consult, and you may want to work with us. Great, we sign you up. You may not. That's fine too. We might not be a fit, but at least we know what your criteria is. We understand who you are as a buyer because buying a house is not an event. This is a process.
Yes,
right. It could take 2 days. It could take 2 weeks. It could take 2 months.
Yes,
but running around with somebody blindly is not good for either party. So
no.
So for us, it really hasn't changed much, but now it's open to the rest of the realtor world to start practicing correctly.
And I think it's helped. Where it has helped is it's put a value on what we do. If you've worked, a lot of buyers have worked with multiple realtors, and they weren't happy with their first or second realtor until they got to a person that really knew what the market conditions were, made sure that they were looking at the properties that they could afford, and that there was a better fit for that particular buyer.
And if they're tied to the right lender, tied to the right attorney. How many people have we brought in? They're like, I'm working with a lender out of Jersey, and my attorney is a divorce attorney.
Yeah.
We're like, no, dude.
No.
It's not happening.
No.
Not with us.
No.
Because that's what we pride ourselves in is our team. Mm-hmm. And, you hear our sponsors. You hear people like Kim Salerno. These are the people we're bringing to the table to you guys because we know they'll get it to the finish line. Right?
And we've got Mr. Moody there with help people with their credit, and we've got people that are home inspectors, and all across the spectrum that touches the real estate world. We've got a guy that can help you out.
We do,
and we can't do it all as a realtor. We can show you the right home to fit your needs, but we can't write the mortgage. We can't get you we can get you pre-qualified, but we can't do the pre-qualification. Yeah. But we've got a team of people that can help you out. Yeah. And it is a team. There is no I in team, they say. And but we have a great team of people that can help our either sellers or buyers find that and help them with getting that property moved.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, we just kind of went off on a tangent there. We're down to 1 more minute before the sponsor spot there, Joe. But I mean, look, if we can give you guys some quick tips on what to look for as a buyer, it's like really like preparing your budget, like knowing what you can afford. I think that's so important, Joe, right?
Absolutely.
Is just figuring out what your price point is first and foremost, right? And not jumping into this thing blindly without knowing what it's going to cost you to buy a house.
And nowadays, and you have to know the area the person wants to be in also, because let's say they have a $300,000 budget and you know the houses in the area they're looking at, or the particular neighborhood, is they're going for $3.25 or $3.50.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make the client aware that, hey, you know, that may be your budget, but in this neighborhood where you want to be, this is what they're selling for.
All right, hold that thought, Joe. We're going to get to the rest of those tips right after the break.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
Hi, I'm Matt Moore from Moore Insurance Services in Clifton Park. Let me take the stress out of quoting your home and auto insurance. We represent over 10 companies, which allows us to find the best coverage at the best prices. We've been helping families in the Capital District save money on their insurance for over 10 years. You can count on a quick turnaround as well as great communication every time. Give me a call at 518-280-1452 or go online to moreinsurancesvc.com and experience the difference. That's moreinsurancesvc.com.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
All right, we got about 60 seconds to make some magic here. So, Joe, these are the tips we want to give to buyers before they start heading into the waters of real estate. Prepare your budget, right? Like we talked about in the first half of the show. Don't expect home prices to fall anytime soon.
No, they're not going to go down.
Right.
They're not going to go down.
So
not marketably, maybe a little here and there.
Right. So don't try not to play that game where you're going to wait till the prices drop. It's just it's not happening. Inventory is still tight, right? So, go into this with the mentality like I'm jumping in the game and I'm going to stay in the game until I find the right house. And that's okay.
And you may not get the first one or the second one.
Yeah.
And just know that up front.
Yeah. And we're saying that because it is still a multiple offer situation out there. It's still favorable, very heavy seller's market because the inventory is so tight. So be prepared to go all in. If you find the house you like, don't be scared to make a full price offer. It's not a bad thing, right?
Your agent will know if it's priced properly.
Yeah, your agent will know if it's priced properly, and we're going to know what we can negotiate on. And sometimes it isn't just price alone. There's terms that we can get that we know how to play games within these offers to get you the right deal.
Absolutely.
And if there's an opportunity to negotiate price, you bet your butt we're gonna do it for you.
Absolutely.
And really, there's always a meeting of the minds. It just comes down to having the right negotiator on your side and having the right agent in your corner. So those are our tips. We want to tell we're encouraging you guys to don't be scared of the market right now. Jump in, get in the game, and stay in the game so you can get the house that you deserve. So that's really what we wanted to tackle on the show. I know we got off topic with the whole buyer side thing, but
you know what? It's where the real estate market world is right now.
It's relevant,
and people are going to be asking, and it's okay to ask us questions. Yeah. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, and again, if we had a caller, we would have definitely tackled that. But out of time, Joey Mulone.
Thank you for having me, John.
Thanks, man. Listen, if some of your raving fans want to get a hold of you and work with you, how can they get in touch?
518-813-6514. I'm at the Property Shop with John Bevilacqua.
All right, guys. Well, listen, thanks for spending your Saturday morning with us, and we will talk to you next week.
The Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show is presented by Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, the property shop. Join broker and founder John Bevilacqua every Saturday morning at 8:30 to hear about the latest real estate trends here in the capital region, where to find the best mortgage rates, home insurance, home warranties, and more. To speak to John about buying or selling your home, call now to schedule an appointment. 518-957-SOLD. That's 518-957-7653. Or go to JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com. That's JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com.